There sure is a lot of whispering going on today.
It's the merchandise mafia at work. Ever since Finch became vice president, everyone's been scared out of their wits. When's the big meeting?
Except for this afternoon. I hope Ponty can make it. And where are you going? Home. At 10 o'clock in the morning? I resigned. I'm quitting. Nonsense. You've been threatening that all week. This time, it's official. I left a letter of resignation on his desk. Wait till he reads it. What? Sweetie, I just can't take it anymore. I don't mind a person ignoring me completely as long as he pays a little attention. Smitty, he doesn't need me. He did say he loved you and he wanted to marry you. Smitty, that's supposed to be a secret. Oh, don't worry. I haven't told anybody. What's the matter? Rosemary is resigning from Finch. But I thought she was going to marry him. That's what I thought. Me too! I only told the girls. Don't worry, she will forgive him. Never! Look, Rosemary, there's one thing you can't overlook. That's loyalty. I've been very loyal to him. I don't mean to him, I mean to us. Us girls. How often does it happen that a secretary's boss wants to marry her? Hallelujah. How often does the dream come true without a sign of conflict or barrier? Hallelujah. Why treat a man like he was a typhoid carrier? How often can you fly from this land of carbon paper to the land of flowered shit? Hallelujah. How often does a Cinderella get a crack at the prince? Cinderella? Wait a minute, I'm no Cinderella. I've got $85 in the bank and a savings bond. It's not a matter of money. He's a vice president. That makes him automatically a prince. True? True!
And that automatically makes you a Cinderella.
Don't you realize? You're real like fairy tale, simple divine. So if not for your own sake, please, darling, for mine. Don't, Cinderella, darling, don't turn down the prince. Don't rewrite your story. You're the legend, the folklore, the working girl's dream of glory. We were raised on you, darling, and we've loved you ever since. Don't mess up a major miracle. Don't, Cinderella, don't turn down the prince. Oh, let us live it with you each hour of each day. Unfingered off the No, New Rochelle. New Rochelle, please please. Finest, please. Bonus, please. Finest, married to lowness. You live your happy day. Please, bonus. But don't, Cinderella, darling, don't turn down the prince. Why spoil our enjoyment? You're the fable, the symbol of glorified unemployment. We were raised on you, darling, and we've loved you ever since. Don't louse up our favorite fairy tale, don't! Cinderella, don't! Cinderella, don't! Cinderella, don't! Don't turn down the breeze. All right, I'll give them one more chance.
So, you are now a vice president. You have climbed the ladder of success rung by painful rung until you have almost reached the top. You have done beautifully. Unless you are vice president in charge of advertising. In that case, you are in terrible trouble. There's only one thing that can save you. You must get a brilliant idea. The quickest way to get ideas is to develop them. That is, you must examine the undeveloped, worthless notions of others and add to them that extra something that makes the idea your own. An undeveloped notion may come from the least likely source. Be alert. You never know who will bring it to you.
Hi, Ponzi. Oh, hello, bud. Sorry I busted in, but there was no one outside. First time I've seen your new office. Quite the layouts. My favorite style, Chinese provincial. I suppose you're wondering why I'm here. Frankly, yes. Ponzi, I want you and me to be friends. You know, smoke a peace pipe. Oh, bud, you've never liked me. Oh, bud, that's a bit harsh. No, it's true, and I don't blame you. I've been a no-good backbiting thing. Bud, don't think like that. Well, what would you call me? I guess your way is best. Well, I'd like to change all that. Now I know you're stuck for ideas. Excuse me, but I'm not stuck with any ideas. I was thinking that giveaway shows are going to come back. And what was that? Well, I have this idea for a giveaway program. It's called the Worldwide Wicked Treasure Hunt. We had $1,000 saving bond somewhere, and every look on television we give clues as to where it is. Now look, as you say, you don't need an idea, but let me leave this with you, and if you get a chance, look it over. Because the meeting's in a few little while. I mean, it's soon. Bud, what did your uncle say about this when you told him? Oh, I haven't told it to him, Ponzi. If I brought it to him, he wouldn't listen. So I brought it to you. You haven't told your uncle? No, Ponzi. Well, Bud, your thought doesn't give me much nourishment, but maybe I'll give it a bit of a think. Feel free to use it. I have returned! This thing needs some kind of new twist.
Ponzi, I'm back. I've changed my mind.
Oh, Miss Pilkington.
I don't blame you for being cold to me, but I did change my mind.
About what?
About what I said in the letter.
What letter?
My letter of resignation?
Your resignation from what?
The Girl Scouts of America.
Oh.
Don't you understand? I quit, resigned, left you forever.
And why'd you do that?
Because I was hurt, humiliated, ignored, upset.
And who did that to you?
You!
Me? It couldn't have been me. I haven't said 10 words to you all week. True?
True.
Good. Now, Miss Pilkington.
Must you call me that? Don't you call me Rosemary?
No. And you will call me Mr. Finch until you're Mrs. Finch.
I'm really going to be Mrs. Finch?
Oh, come on. I thought this was all settled.
I keep thinking maybe you forgot.
Well, I didn't. Because you will be Mrs. Finch. and we're going to get married. Now, let's talk some serious matters.
Sure.
I've come up with a new idea for a television program. I'm thinking of calling it the Worldwide Wicked Treasure Hunt. The prize would be a $1,000 bond. You think that's enough? How about $25,000? What a prize. Now, listen carefully, Rosemary. How about $100,000? $200,000.
Auntie, I don't care if you give away the whole company. I love you.
What was that?
I love you.
No, before that.
I said I don't care if you give away the whole company.
That's it. We'll give away the whole company. Well, not the whole company, but we'll give away stock in the company. People these days can't resist. I'd have to talk to Mr. Bigley. He has to give me a postponement. No. I'll go see him.
Good luck, Mr. Finch.
Thank you, Miss Pilkington.
Say, what about taking me to lunch? Nobody has to see us.
Miss Pilkington.
I'm sorry, Mr. Finch. Oh, to be loved by a man with a goal, to watch as he climbs with a purpose in life and purity of soul. Oh, to be there in a corner of his mind, darling absent mind, such heaven wearing the wifely uniform, while he goes onwards and upwards, happy to keep his dinner warm, till he comes wearily home from downtown.
Are you pregnant or something?
Huh? Oh, no, I was just checking some new plastic yarn. Teddy, I told you. What the hell do you want?
JB, you remember that television idea I once told you about? The treasure hunt?
I told you what I thought of that lousy treasure hunt.
Just wanted to remind you that you didn't like it.
Darling, I told you that during office hours I cannot meet with you.
I did not intend to embarrass you. I came for a business purpose.
Business?
I wish to tend you with my resignation.
Your resignation? What are you going to do?
I'm on my way to Los Angeles. I've been offered a very suitable position there.
Los Angeles? Hetty, you can't. Please, tell me, what is this all about?
Well, I got a letter from a girlfriend. She works for a big cosmetic firm out there. She demonstrates skin cream.
Skin cream?
Yes, you know those big glamorous department stores? She can get me a job.
That's undignified. You can't go around demonstrating some fake goo.
It's not fake. It's a very fine skin cream called Thermoblast. You want to know what it's made of?
Please, don't tell me.
It's made of shark belly jelly.
I was afraid of that. You said you wanted a career. What kind of career is there in shark bellies?
More than it is around here. Not a single guy will use me as his secretary. Please stay away from me like I have an extremely tropical disease.
Hetty, if you could just be patient.
No, I made up my mind. I'm Boyashi.
Well, good luck, dear.
Huh?
I'll manage somehow, but only how will I spend those lonely, lonely nights?
You could stay home.
Home? I can't stay home. I'm a married man.
You'll do all right.
Hetty, I can't live without you.
You mean that?
I know what it may seem like. Old rich JB, old money bags. People come to me with treasure hunts. My whole day is spent talking about money. But what does it all mean? Hetty, nothing means anything without you.
Oh, now wait a minute, don't start getting all sincere, that's not fair.
Where will I find the treasure? Like the love from the heart of gold, ever trusting and sweet, and awaiting my pleasure. Rain or shine, hot or cold, wealth far beyond all measure. Maybe here in my hands I hold. Oh, but where will I find that one treasure of treasures? Like the love from a heart of gold.
I never knew you felt that way.
No one knows this, but I'm extremely emotional.
God damn it, so am I! Where will I hide that treasure? Like the love from a heart of gold, ever trusting and sweet, and awaiting my pleasure. Rain or shine,
Rain or shine,
hot or cold,
hot or cold,
where far beyond all measure. Maybe here in my hand I hold. Ah, but where will I find that one treasure of treasures? The love from a heart of gold.
I knew you'd understand.
Oh, I do. I know what would solve everything.
What?
When I be your secretary.
You're out of your mind. I mean, if I have Miss Jones.
I can assist Miss Jones. I can learn a lot from her. You don't want me as your secretary.
No, Hetty, if you could just be patient.
Okay, I'll be patient. I'll give you 24 hours. After that, it's goodbye, wickets. Hello, dermoblast.
Well, Hetty.
Finchy, I should be very angry with you, cutie pie.
Hetty, question. Are you quitting?
Unless I hear otherwise to the contrary.
Well, I think we can both help each other out.
Good! Let's bust out together.
Well, we need somewhere where we could meet.
Okay, let's go to my place.
This is business.
Okay, let's go to your place.
Well,
All right, tell me what. Buy me lunch, say 1 o'clock, meet you there.
Okay, but we have to meet around the corner.
Okay, cutie pie. Chicken.
Washroom? Yes, I'm down here. What? No, the meeting's at 4:30. Come on down, we'll make plans.
Big meetings today, huh?
Yeah,
Hear anything about what Finch is planning?
I don't know, but JB gave him a postponement, so he must have something. You know, fellas, I'm beginning to get a little scared of Finch.
Me too, if we don't stop him pretty soon.
You know, I was all working in the mailroom. Hi, man.
Hey, bud. Any news about Finch?
Chaps, our worries are over. Finch is going ahead with, well, believe me, he's dead. I'm so happy I could cry.
That's very pleasant news.
I don't know. Finch has a way of bouncing back. I wouldn't believe he was dead if I read his obituary. Ordinarily, I'd agree with you. Finch is very smart, but don't forget, he's now in advertising. That does something to men's brains. Has anybody seen my wild green oil?
Hi, man.
All set for the big meeting?
Could be.
Wish me luck.
Good luck.
Gotta stop that man. I
pockets. Gotta stop, gotta stop, gotta stop that man, that man. Now there you are. Yes, there's that face that somehow I trust. It may embarrass you to hear me say it, but say it I must, say it I must. You have the cool, clear eyes of a seeker of wisdom and truth. Yet there's that upturned chin and that grin of impetuous youth. Oh, I believe in you. I believe in you. I hear the sound of good, solid judgment whenever you talk. Yet there's that bold, brave spring of the tiger that quickens your walk. Oh, I believe in you. I believe in you. And when my faith in my fellow man all falls apart, I long to feel your hand grasping mine, and I take heart. I'll take heart to see the cool, clear eyes of a seeker of wisdom and truth. Yet there's that bang, tang, dang, reminiscent of gin and vermouth. Oh, I believe in you. I believe in you. Gotta stop that man. I stop that man. Or he'll stop me. Big wheel, big beaver, boiling hot with front of this fever. Gotta stop, gotta stop, gotta stop that man. I believe in you. I'd be such a hero. I believe in stop that man. Gotta stop it, stop that man. Gotta stop it, stop that man. Gotta stop that,
The farmer spends his time in the fields, the laborer at his machine, and the businessman at meetings.
Gentlemen, where's Finch?
Not here yet, sir.
Well, we'll get started without him. We have a lot of other business to take care of before Finch's presentation. Brat?
Yes, JB.
That stuff you recommended for my crabgrass does not work at all.
Can't understand, JB. It worked beautifully on my lawn.
Well, my lawn is a mess. Better come up with something new.
Right away, JB.
We never have any trouble with crabgrass at our place.
Well, what do you use?
Cements. Sorry,
Gentlemen?
JB, just a little joke.
You will excuse my nephew. It's a combination of youth, high spirits, and extreme stupidity. Now, let's see. Hello? Oh, yes, we've been waiting for him. Send him in. It's Finch.
Gentlemen, I would love to present my new approach to wicked advertising.
Sounds promising. Proceed, Finch.
It's based on an opinion, which, in my personal opinion, is brilliant.
What the hell is that?
This is a picture of Mount Vesuvius in eruption. This gives us an idea of the national publicity you can look forward to. For example, JB. Please proceed.
We don't have all day.
Come on, gentlemen.
Come on, gentlemen.
This is a map of the wicked market, divided into social, geographic, and ethnic groups. This gives us an idea of how we will be able to make deep penetration and overwhelming saturation in those areas where resistance has long been peakiest.
Very interesting.
Now, this is a chart. This is a chart of the past fiscal year of the wicked market. Note the sharp decline in normal regularity. Down, down, down. And this is what will happen when we get going, as we will up, up, up. And there you have it.
Finch, I think you've done it. Very good.
I have a question, JB.
Yes?
What is his idea?
You heard the man. A television show that will give us deep penetration and peak reaction. Sounds great, Finch. Great. Doesn't it, man? Yes, baby.
Brilliant. Yes, but what's the idea for the show?
I don't get. Well, you have to be so damn negative. I mean, the only things you ever come up with are lousy ideas, like treasure hunts. Finch, tell him, what's the idea for the show?
I don't think I'm going to tell you.
Well, what do you mean?
Well, the way you just spoke to Bud, you dismissed his idea. When Bud brought the idea to me, I thought it was rotten too.
I should hope so.
But then I remembered something, JB. An idea in itself is nothing. It's the development that counts. Leonardo da Vinci once drew sketches for a flying machine, but it took a brilliant brain to make it into something like the Boeing 707. A man named Gatlin once invented a little machine gun, but it took a mighty brain to take this simple little idea and make it into something like the Untouchables. When I thought of Bud's silly little idea, I said to myself, I'm going to take this idea of Bud's and defrupt it. Now, gentlemen, my treasure, it is not money, and it is not a bond. It's stock.
Stock?
50,000 shares of stock.
Stock in our company?
Of course.
JB, how are we going to issue 50,000 extra shares of stock?
Well, it's simple. It's simple. Listen, this is a very hard presentation. I'm trying to keep my grounds. You take the issuing stock funds and you transfer them into the non-voting common and you reinvert them into non-voting warrants, which we exchange for rights.
Say that again?
Sadly, I cannot.
It can't be done, JB.
It can't be done.
But if it could,
But it can't.
But if it could,
But it can't be done.
But if it could, JB, just please say it could be done for a moment.
I forgot the question. We can't give away free stock.
We give away stock dividends, don't we? Now, gentlemen, please let me go on with my presentation. This is my new idea. The Worldwide Wicked Treasure Girl.
What the hell is this?
This is my secret ingredient. I'm combining greed and sex. You can't miss it. Go ahead, Eddie.
Hello there. I am the worldwide wicked treasure girl. Each week, I will bring you a clue as to where the worldwide wicked treasure has been stashed.
Buried.
Oh, yeah, buried. This eyeglass gets me mixed up. Isn't this a cute outfit? I love it.
Very nice, Miss LaRue. Very nice.
You see, now, this would be great for like a big name personality.
Of course.
Now, offhand, this would be perfect for someone like Elizabeth Taylor.
Why don't you get Queen Elizabeth?
JB, this is an American program. Now, the beautiful treasure girl, 50,000 shares of stock will...
JB, let's tell this maniac off and get on with our business.
I'll take care of everything. Gentlemen and Miss LaRue, would you please leave me alone with Mr. Finch?
Okay, bud. Take care of him. This is crazy. What about the SEC? What about the FCC? What about stockholders?
What about what's that?
What about the Federal Trade Commission? What about the Senate Investigating Committee?
They're all being Teddy.
Finch, you're a brilliant young chap, but I'm afraid you've let us down.
How, JB?
You missed the boat. You haven't thought this whole thing out properly.
I don't understand.
Tell me, why does this treasure girl have to be some big-name personality? What if she were someone more identified with the company? A real
worldwide wicked treasure girl.
Yes. Maybe even, say, Miss LaRue herself.
Brilliant, JB, brilliant. We don't need Eddie. We just need the girl from next door.
Wasn't bad, was it?
It's a brilliant idea, JB.
Now, where are you going to hide all this stock?
Well, JB, I want this to be a completely unfixed and unrigged show. I want this to be a secret between you and me.
Okay, well, I'd like to know.
Okay. The first clue is, west of the sun, west of the moon, where is the treasure? Blow me a tune.
What the hell is that?
Tough clue, isn't it? But note that each line starts with WWWB, Worldwide Wicked Treasure Buildings.
You're going to have mobs of people running everywhere looking for the treasure.
But JB, this will give us tremendous publicity.
Finch, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I like this idea,
But if a man as brilliant and educated as you couldn't guess the first clue, what do you think the public will?
Good point.
Then it's settled.
Call them back out.
Gentlemen, you can come back in.
Listen, gentlemen, please have a seat. I'm thinking of going ahead with the worldwide wicked treasure hunt. But, of course, I want your approval.
Well, JB, I think this is an absolutely crazy motion and
I like it.
I like it.
I like it.
The worldwide wicked company, whose slogan for over 100 years has been worldwide wickets for a wider world, presents in living color, in the interest of better television programming, the worldwide wicked treasure hunt. Now, for the opening number, we present an authentic traditional folk dance of the bold Irish folk of the Spanish Main, danced by your pleasure by the Johnny Wickets.
What the hell is that? Well, I tried for some production value. Now, shush. Eddie's coming on now.
Now, the moment you've all been waiting for, the worldwide wicked shutdown!
It's beginning to get to me. I'm starting to wonder where the treasure is myself.
Yeah, where is it, Auntie?
Well, nobody in the whole world knows except me and JP. Right?
Right, Ponty. Shh.
Hello there! I am the worldwide wicked treasure girl. In 10 different places in this great country, there are 5,000 shares in all, making a total of 50 shares in all. Boo! And now for the first clue. The first clue! The first clue is the west of the sun.
One moment, treasure girl. This gentleman right here is carrying a button.
Will you place your right hand on it, Miss LaRue?
Now, you swear that the clues you're about to give is free from any trickery, chicanery, or dishonesty, and that the truth you're about to give is the whole truth.
Is this a real Bible?
Of course, Miss LaRue.
What is she doing? She seems surprised.
Well, she is. This part, I remember, I wanted this show to be completely unrehearsed.
That could get us in trouble.
Well, I think it's very brilliant.
Do you swear to that, Miss LaRue? I do. And secondly, Miss LaRue, do you swear that you yourself do not actually know where the treasure is? Miss LaRue!
You see, she's going to get us into trouble.
No. Nobody in the whole world knows where the treasure is hidden. And JP,
Let's watch the program.
Do you swear to that, Miss LaRue? Look, I will not swear false witness to perjury. I found out last night. I do know where the treasure is. It's hidden in all the worldwide wicked buildings right now. The first clue!
How to handle a disaster.
A disaster.
In every businessman's career, there are times when things go a bit wrong. We have many suggestions for coping with these little problems. However, should you be the cause of a disaster that's really disastrous, we suggest that your best bet is to review the first chapter of this book, How to Apply for a Job.
Have you guys found Finch yet?
He seems to have disappeared.
Can't find him.
No,
I haven't
but
seen him
we're-
yet.
No, but we're looking for him.
Where is Finch?
I don't know, Brad.
JB's been looking for him. He's hopping mad.
Come on now, you.
What are you doing?
It's another treasure hunter. This little nut tried to sneak past me 3 times.
This little nut is the chairman of the board. It's Mr. Wilbur.
Chairman of the board. How was I supposed to know?
So sorry this happened, Mr. Wumper.
If you come with me to Mr. Bigley's office, we can discuss things. Luckily, they haven't erected that. Looking for Finch.
Oh, Roseberry, have you seen Ponty? No, Miss Jones. I'm so worried about him. So am I. He was a nice boy. Was? What would they do to him? I don't know. Someone's head has to roll. Ponty will think of something. Ponty?
You have the cool, clear eyes of a seeker of wisdom and truth. Yet there's that upturned chin and the grin of impetuous youth. I believe in you. I believe in you.
Ponty? Ponty!
So glad you're here.
Where have you been?
Well, I've been out thinking.
You've got a bruise on your head.
Oh, that's nothing. I got it last night. They threw me out of the saloon.
Why did they do that?
I didn't buy anything.
The brutes. Why don't you go home?
No, I can't. I must go in and face the music. Aha! Well, this is it.
The chairman of the board is in there.
I figured that.
What are you gonna do?
Do? What does a man do when the world has fallen around his ears? Nothing. I'll just go in and make a clean break of everything. And
Ponty, I know with that mind of yours.
no, Rosemary, I'm done with that mind of mine. I'm going to go back to what I was before I came here.
Oh, what were you?
I was an exterior decorator. I can't even tell you the truth. I was a window washer.
So what? Ponty, I don't care what you do. I'm sticking. I walked out on you once.
You did?
Well, I'm not leaving you again.
Rosemary, that's the life for a woman like you. Me up there cleaning windows, never knowing if I've ever landed safely.
Now listen to me, Jay Pierpont. Finch!
Finch? You're wanted in JB's office.
I ought to wash up first.
They want you now.
I can't even say goodbye to Rosemary.
Go ahead.
Rosemary, I'm so sorry.
Come along.
I wish none of this ever happened.
Look, Ponty, why the hell should you face those monsters? Go ahead, run away, escape. I'll pretend I didn't see you, for old lang syne.
Well, frankly, Bud, I don't think you would care if they killed me.
If I could only be sure.
Well, JB, all the key men are here. Gentlemen, you all know Mr. Wally Whopper, the chairman of the board.
Now, Wally, before we get started, I just want you to know that I realize that I am the president of this company, the man who is responsible for everything that goes on here. And with that, I'd like you to know that anything that has happened is not my fault. But there is one bright side. You'd be happy to know that we've got someone to pin it on. Have you found Finch yet?
They are bringing him in soon, sir.
You'll soon see where the responsibility for this whole thing lies. Now, Wally, when he gets here, I'll do all the talking. This is a very slick youngster.
He's here, sir.
Mr. Bigley, I'd like to...
No speeches. Oh, do you know Wally Wilbur? He's the chairman of the board.
Oh, Nice to meet you, Mr. Wamper.
It's all settled. I just want you to sign a simple little letter of resignation, accepting that you are the one to blame for all of this.
I'll be glad to.
What's that?
I said, I'll be glad to.
Are you sure this isn't one of your little tricks?
No, Mr. Bigley, I'm done with all of those things. You know, this firm has treated me very nicely, and I think I'm going to sign what I need to sign and go back to what I was before I came here.
What did you do, Finch?
I was a window washer.
No kidding. I started off as a window washer myself.
You did?
The hell do you think I was? A rail splitter? Count me. So you were a window washer.
Yes, Mr. Wilbur.
Call me Wally.
Oh, okay, Wally.
So tell me, Finch.
Call me Ponty.
Okay, Ponty boy. It's been a while since I had someone around here. How did you happen to get into this business?
Well, Wally, I had a book.
Ah, me too.
It was a book on how to succeed in business.
My book was more useful. I booked bets for all the underwear washers. I cleaned up the bundle. 8 buildings. I should say my business, but 8 buildings wrecked. Our stock down 5 points. We were the laughing stock of the industry.
Well, that must have been ghastly, Mr. Wamper.
Ponty, I understand a college man pulling a boner like this, but not no window washer. Now this idea of yours, it's ridiculous.
Well, Wally, this was my idea, I must say, but I will not take blame for the official idea. This was the making of the boss's nephew.
You never told me you hired your nephew.
Nephew? Oh, nephew. You see, he's not really my nephew. He's my wife's nephew. I know this may seem like nepotism, Wally, but I've never shown him any favoritism. In fact, I hate him.
But you love his ideas.
No, when he came to me with the treasure hunt, I told him it was a lousy idea. And then when Finch came to me with the treasure hunt, I told him it was a lousy idea too.
So why'd you buy it?
I thought it was a good idea.
Treasure hunts, treasure girls.
Well, this was all my idea, I must say.
And not a bad one at that. But who the hell picked that bubble-headed tomato?
You see, Finch, she's a very nice girl. I mean, you ought to meet her.
I intend to. Well, I think I got the whole picture. Now the only thing left to do is figure out what to do and who to do it to.
Now, Wally, before you make any hasty decisions, there's something I'd like to say.
About what?
Humanity. Even though we're all part of the cold corporate cutout, we all have flesh and blood under the skin. We're all brothers. Now you may join the Elks, my friend, and I may join the Shriners, and other men may carry cards as members of the diners. Still others wear a golden key or small Greek letter pin. But I have learned there's one great club that all of us are in. There is a brotherhood of man, a benevolent brotherhood of man, a noble tie that binds all human hearts at mine.
into one brotherhood of man. Your lifelong membership is free. Keep giving each brother all you can. Oh, aren't you proud to be in that fraternity, the great big brotherhood of man?
Now, Wally, before you consider firing Mr. Bigley,
Well, who's considering that?
and cleaning up the company from top to bottom, I want you to stop and think.
One man makes seem incompetent, another not make sense, while others look like quite a waste of company expense. They need a brother's leadership, so please don't do them in. Remember, mediocrity is not a mortal sin. They're in the brotherhood of man, dedicated to giving all we can. Oh, aren't you proud to be in that fraternity, the great big brotherhood of man?
No kidding. Is the real your brother?
Yes, you're a brother.
Oh, man.
You are a brother.
Brother.
Oh yes, our noble ties and binds all human hearts and minds
Into one brotherhood of man.
Yes, your lifelong membership is free. Keep giving each brother all you can. Oh, aren't you proud to be
You got me.
in that fraternity?
I got you.
The great big brotherhood of man.
Oh, that noble feeling feels like bells are pealing down with double dealing. Oh, brother, you got me, I got you. Oh, that noble feeling feels like bells are pealing down with double dealing. Oh, brother, you got me, I got you. Oh, that noble feeling feels like bells are pealing down with double dealing. Oh, brother, you got me, I got you. Your life was membership is free. Keep giving each brother all you can. Oh, I'm so proud to be in that fraternity, the great big brotherhood of man. The brotherhood of man.
So, Smitty, have you heard anything?
I haven't heard anything yet. Say, Jenkins, have you heard anything yet?
Haven't heard anything yet.
Looks like a big shakeup.
Boys and girls, I have an announcement to make. As you know, Worldwide Wickets has gone under a few changes in the recent week. I'm speaking to you now in my own capacity as head of employee morale and psychological adjustment. Mr. Tackerberry is now head of personnel. Now, I'd like you all to hear a few words from our hard-working, hard-driving president, J.B. Bigley. I can now truly state that Worldwide Wickets is now stronger than ever, and I feel a lot of credit is due to a certain brilliant, young, smart, very loyal young man. Come out here, Finch. As you know, this youngster's rise to success has been spectacularly rapid. As a matter of fact, after a while, I thought he was after my job. But luckily for me, he didn't want it.
Well, JB, your job is much too tough for me.
Now, there's something I'd like to say. He's a great humanitarian that I would love to acknowledge. Now, May Mr. and Mrs. Wally Whopper please come out? Here. Now, Mr. Whopper would not like to make any speeches today, but there's a great surprise he has for all of you. He is retiring as chairman of the board, and he is going on a worldwide honeymoon with his new wife. They are newlywed.
Oh, sweetie, you didn't tell me. I didn't know.
Well, who's going to be the new chairman of the board, Walls? As if I didn't know.
Now, before you guys, make any hasty decisions, there's someone I would have to consult with first.
Rosemary, your husband is calling you. Hallelujah.
The Mrs. Finch. Now, Rosemary, wonderful news. They want to make me chairman of the board.
Ponzi, I don't care if you work in the mailroom or you're chairman of the board or you're president of the United States. I love you.
What was that?
I love you.
No, before that.
Miss Jones, take a wire to the White House. Watch out.
It's the company way. Executive policy is by us, okay. No for the departed, we shed a mournful tear. Whoever the company fires, we will still be here.
I can!